Good evening, baseball fans. You are tuning into Houston Astros Network, and we are here at Minute Maid Park for the first time to see Houston Astros playoff baseball since 2005. And we are here to watch the 2014 AL wildcard game between our hometown Houston Astros and the interdivision rivals, Los Angeles Angels. Let's take a look at manager Mike Scioscia and the lineup that he's put together for the Los Angeles Angels. Leading things off playing shortstop is Eric Ivar. Batting second and DHing is J.B. Shuck. Batting third and playing center, Mike Trout. And in the cleanup spot, Josh Hamilton. On the mound today for the Houston Astros is the left-hander Brett Oberholzer, who went 13-10 this season with a 2.77 ERA and 109 strikeouts, only allowing 68 earned runs. Pretty impressive season other than the lack of run support. And making his way to the dish now for the Los Angeles Angels, the lead thing off is the shortstop, Eric Ivar. Get loud and proud, because here comes the first pitch of the 2014 playoffs, and it's going to be a strike on the outside corner. 0-2 count now on Ivar. Oberholzer getting set. The windup and the pitch. And he's going to be swinging through that one. It's going to be in the dirt, as Zunino is going to have to fire over to first, as that is the first out of the ball game here for the Astros. After a very silent top of the first inning, we're going to flip things around the bottom half and look at the Astros lineup. Leading things off, playing left is Juan Pierre. Batting second, also playing second, is Jose Altuve. In the three-hole is Kendrys Morales, and the DH is batting cleanup Chris Carter. On the mound today for the Astros is the right-hander Jared Weaver, 12-11 on the season with a 3.52 ERA, 161 strikeouts, similar problem to Oberholzer. Making his way to the dish now, batting .313, 25 home runs and 83 RBIs in the regular season, is the big bat of the first baseman Kendrys Morales. 2 outs in the inning here for Kendrys. Here's the kick and the pitch from Weaver, and Kendrys is going to give this one a ride to deep right field. That's back to the wall, and that's out of here. Kendrys Morales starting things off in the bottom of the first for the Astros with a solo shot to give him an early 1-0 lead. That man was a big part of the Astros lineup in the regular season. He's showing why here in the postseason. Next up in the inning is the DH, Chris Carter. 1-0 count on him. Weaver with the windup and the pitch, and Carter gives this one a ride to deep left field. That's long gone. That's out of here. It stays fair, and yes, it did. That's a home run, Chris Carter. That's another solo shot, and that is a 2-0 lead here for the Astros in the bottom of the first inning, getting things off very nicely here for this Houston Ball Club in their first playoff game since 2005. And Bo Porter's got to be happy with that one, as his team is getting off to a very nice start. Next up, the inning with 2 outs is the right fielder, George Springer. Here comes the kick and the pitch from Weaver, as Springer grounds this one to David Freese over at third as he fires over to first. And that's going to be the end of the bottom of the first inning, as Weaver gets out of that one, but not before he allows 2 runs to the Astros to give them a 2-0 lead off home runs from Kendrys Morales and Chris Carter. Oberholzer working with an 0-2 count here on Howie Kendrick with a runner on first. And here comes the pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball to Todd Frasier. He fields that one, fires over to first. And that's the end of the inning here for the Astros. Not allowing any runs, keeping the 2-0 Astros lead intact here. And due up next inning is going to be Todd Frasier, Dexter Fowler, and the shortstop Stephen Drew. Making his way to the plate now, batting .262 with 24 home runs and 73 RBIs in the regular season, is the third baseman Todd Frasier. Acquired halfway through the season, more like quarter into the season, from the Cincinnati Reds with a kid from Jersey. And Weaver's still on the mound here. He's getting set. Here comes the kick. And the pitch as Frasier gives this one a ride. That's a long line drive in the left field. Will it stay fair? Yes, it will. That's a home run for the third baseman, Todd Frasier, to give the Astros a 3-0 lead here. Bottom of the third now, Juan Pierre at the plate. Weaver with the kick. And the pitch as Pierre lays down a bunt. That's going to be a nicely placed bunt as Pierre is able to beat that one out at first for an infield single on the drag bunt. Next up in the inning is the second baseman, Jose Altuve. Pierre on first. Here comes the pitch from Weaver as Altuve lays down an even better placed drag bunt as he's able to beat this one out as well. And now they've got runners on first and second here in the bottom of the third. So with runners on first and second, that brings up Kendrys Morales here at the 0-2 count on him. Here comes the pitch from Weaver as Morales strikes out, but the runners are going to be double stealing as now it's for one out, runners on second and third. And now it's going to bring up the big bat of Chris Carter with a 3-1 count on him. Here's the pitch from Weaver. That's low in the zone. Changeup. That's taken for a ball as Chris Carter takes his base. Mike Socha is going to come out to the mound. Chat it up with Jared Weaver, hoping to calm him down. So now we've got bases loaded. Get loud and get proud, Astros fans. 0-0 count here on George Springer. The pitch from Weaver as Springer lines this one up the middle. He gets it past Howie Kendrick at second. Runners rounding second, running third. And that's going to cross 2 runs. Carter slides into third. And that's going to be a 2-out, 2 RBI double for George Springer. But he's going to be injured on the play. He's down on the ground, having trouble getting to his feet. His shin bone was hit with a good deal of force. And there's concern that it's fractured, might even be broken. He will need to be removed out of this game. That is not good news for the Houston Astros, as he's going to have to be carried off the field by the trainers. And he's looking in like he is some great amount of pain right now. So with runners on second and third, Todd Frasier at the plate now. 0-1 count on him. And he's swinging on this one. That's going to be a ground to the shortstop. That's going to fire over to first, but not before the runner at third and Chris Carter crosses the plate, making this a 6-0 Astros lead now. Oberholzer working with a 2-2 count here on Chris Denorfia. Pitch up in the zone. That's going to be lined in the right center gap. That's going to rattle up against the wall as Fowler is going to get to that one. Throw into the cutoff man, but not before Denorfia heads into second, standing up for a double to lead off the inning. Denorfia on third now with Chris Iannetta to play. 2-2 count on him. Pitch from Oberholzer as Iannetta gives this one a ride to deep left field. That's going to travel over the fence as that is a Chris Iannetta home run here for the Los Angeles Angels. Bo Porter not happy about that one, as they still have their lead, but they were hoping to not give up really any runs here. That should be most teams' goals going into most games. But Chris Iannetta was able to give a ride that one over the fence, but the Astros still have a 6-2 lead here. Bottom of the fifth now, Chris Carter at the plate. 0-2 count on him. Fernando Salas on the mound now. Here comes the pitch from Salas as Carter gives this one a ride to deep left field. That's a long line drive. That's over the fence. That's a solo shot. Second of the day for Chris Carter. And that's going to give the Astros a 7-2 lead here in the bottom of the fifth inning. And Fernando Salas gives up his first home run of the night as he comes in here in relief for the starter, Jared Weaver. Later that inning, we've got runner on second with the third baseman, Todd Frasier at the plate. 2-2 count on Frasier. Here comes the pitch from Salas as he gives a whistle ride to deep left field. And the left fielder is going to give chase, but he's going to stop at the wall as that one's over the wall. Todd Frasier, 2-run shot. And that's going to make this an 8-2 lead here for the Houston Astros, as that is Todd Frasier's second home run of the day, and that is also his 4th RBI of the day. And coming into the bullpen now for the Angels is the 31-year-old left-hander, Sean Burnett. And Burnett's facing Pierre here with the full count on him. And Pierre's going to slap this one in the left field right in front of Josh Hamilton out in left, as that's a base hit for the speed demon and Juan Pierre. Altuve at the plate now. 0-0 count on him as Pierre's taken off for second. He's got a good jump as he slides in safe to avoid the tag. That's a stolen base for Juan Pierre. With Pierre on second now, we've still got no outs in the inning. 1-2 count now on Altuve. Here comes the pitch from Burnett as Altuve gives this one a ride into deep left center. That one's going to hit off against the wall as Pierre heads home standing up. for the 10th run of the ball game, as Altuve slides in a second for an RBI double to make this a 10-2 Astros lead. Later that inning, we've got Chris Carter at the plate now. 0-0 count on him. Here comes the pitch from Burnett as Carter lines this one past the diving glove of Howie Kendrick at second base. As now we've got first and third now for the Astros in the bottom of the 6th inning with 1 out. So that brings up the right fielder Alex Presley, who came in to replace George Springer. 0-2 count on him. Here comes the pitch from Burnett as Presley grounds this one at Kendrick at first. He flips to second. He fires the first, as that is a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning for the Angels. Coming in to pitch now for the Astros is the right-hander, 28-year-old right-hander Josh Fields. Fields has got himself in a bit of trouble here. Full count here on Eric Ibar, as that's going to be a ground ball up the middle. Altuve is able to get to that one, fire to first, and he gets out the speedy Eric Ibar at first. And he's able to hold the Angels to only 2 runs. Still in the ball game, so the Astros maintain their 10-2 lead in this wild card game. Kevin Jepsen on the mound for the Angels now. Bottom of the 7th. Todd Frasier at the plate. Here comes the pitch from Jepsen as Frasier gives us one a no-doubt ride over the fence in left field, as that is his 3rd home run of the ball game. Todd Frasier having one hell of a game tonight, as that's 3 home runs, and he is one of the biggest reasons why the Astros have this ginormous lead on the Los Angeles Angels in this wild card game. And the Angels have just got to be getting more and more down on themselves, as they know that their season is getting closer and closer to being over, and they're going to be on the golf course soon. So with runner on first now, that brings up the catcher, Mike Zunino. Jepsen's still on the mound. Here comes the pitch. And Zunino gives this one a ride into deep left center. That's going to be back. And that's over the walls. That's a 2-run home run for the catcher, Mike Zunino. He didn't have the strongest of regular seasons. He was batting low in the 200s, but here in the postseason, it's a whole different ball game as he rounds third, gives his third base coach a high 5 or a low 5, as that's a 2-run shot here for the catcher. Bottom of the 8th now is Chris Carter at the plate. Brandon Lyon on the mound for the Angels. Here comes the pitch from Lyon. And this one's going to be grounded past the shortstop and third baseman into the left field, as that's a single for the big bat of Chris Carter. So with Chris Carter on first now, we've got an 0-1 count here on the third baseman, Todd Frasier, who has 4 home runs on the day. Pitch from Lyon, here it comes, and Frasier gives this one a ride into left center field. That's back, and that's barely out of the ballpark, as that is Todd Frasier's 5th home run of the ball game. Todd Frasier, this is one of the best playoff games I have ever seen in my lifetime of broadcasting MLB games. In baseball games, anywhere, this is one of the best performances I have ever seen, no doubt. Coming in at the bullpen for the Astros now in the bottom of the 9th is the 33-year-old right-hander, Ryan Madson. Making his way to the plate now for the Angels, already 2 for 3 on the day, is the right fielder, Chris Denorfia. Here comes the pitch from Madsen, as this one's going to be chopped back to Madsen at the pitcher's mound as he fires over to first, and that's going to end the ball game for the Astros, and the crowd erupts as the Astros have defeated the Los Angeles Angels to move on to the next round of the playoffs. They will be facing the Oakland Athletics, their other interdivision rivals, in the AL Division Series. And the Astros have got to be happy after that one, because they not only are advancing to the Division Series to take on the Oakland Athletics, they are also proving here that they have one of the best teams at the plate here, as they had 4 home runs from Todd Frasier, 2 from Chris Carter, 1 from Mike Zunino, and a very solid pitching performance from their ace in Brett Oberholzer. They are set up to do big things here in the playoffs, and I am absolutely pumped for the upcoming series against the Oakland Athletics. And with that being said, that's going to wrap things up here at Minute Maid Park for this ball game. Don't forget to take a look at the box score on your way out. And also, don't forget to tune in next time, as we are going to be covering the Division Series against the Oakland Athletics.